All right. Well, hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? Um, you're listening to Heart with Saima, and we are going to go live on the radio in 15 seconds. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Heart with Dallas, with Saima in Dallas. How is everyone doing? You're listening to me on 104.1 FM and 700 AM. You are able to listen to me live on jointhecaravan.com, and I come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2. This is Saima Dillon, your host, and I come to you here I start with Dallas real estate market update, talk about what's happening in the world of real estate, and from there I transition at 1:35. I transition into Heart to Heart with Saima. Heart to Heart is whether it's real estate or it's heart to heart, they are both my passion projects. I'm very passionate about both the real estate as well as what I do with heart to heart. Real estate is something, it gets my adrenaline going, watching what's happening, and I have been in real estate for the past 18 years. So this is Simon Dillon, your Dallas, Texas realtor. Let's touch lives together. If you're looking to move to Dallas, Texas, text me at 972-244-3106, or send me an email at vip@simadillon.com, so that we can schedule some time to answer any questions that you might have. Um, I came to Dallas as a student and studied finance at UT Arlington. I've had my Texas license for 18 years. Everything I do in life, I try my best to do it from passion. I'm a realtor by profession, but I am a humanitarian at heart. I believe the universe is so colorful because beauty lies in diversity. And I think color is beautiful. And diversity is beautiful. So if you are looking to move, text me 972-244-3106. So let's set up a time to meet, discuss your goals. Do text me because I do see that you call. But when you call and if you don't leave me a message, or if you don't text me, if you don't tell me how I can be of assistance or what your goal is and what you're trying to achieve, then I do not answer unknown numbers. So I look for your text, I see what you're wanting, and then I return your call, I message you back. Now, for people who are waiting to buy their home because they think that the Dallas residential real estate market is going to fall apart, well, you know what? Real estate market is picking up, and it is picking up stronger than expected. According to Zillow, the typical home value in Texas has climbed by 12.6% over the last 12 months. It stands at 315,451, which is the value that Zillow has given, which is $35,273 more than last year at the same time in December. People from all over the country are flocking to Texas to live, work, and invest in the Texas real estate market. I myself have been in the Dallas Fort Worth area for a very long time. As I mentioned earlier, I went to school at UT Arlington. I have lived here for a very long time. I've lived in Fort Worth, I've lived in Euless, I've lived in Arlington, I've lived in Murphy, I've lived in Plano, Richardson. I've lived in different cities over this, span of time. And currently, I live in Frisco, and I've lived in Frisco over the past 15 years. So yes, for me, Dallas is home. I have spent more time in the Dallas area, in and around in the Dallas suburbs, more time here than I have, you know, anywhere else. Dallas is home. And you know what they say, right? Home is where the heart is. So, Texas housing market 1 year change is 12.6%. Texas housing price 5 year change. Okay, so let me repeat that. Texas housing price over the past 5 years, it is 60%. 60%. That is just crazy. 5 years, average, Texas, 60%. That is just such a high, it's a high phenomenal number. Um, Over the past 3 years, in 2020, 2021, and partial 2022, we saw 20% appreciation on average. 20% appreciation is not normal. Median home prices in Texas continue to decline as the seasonal adjusted median price decreased 1% month over month. The four largest metropolitan areas saw variable monthly changes. Despite depreciation over the past 6 months, the state's median price remained 6.1% higher than levels 1 year ago. Dallas had the highest rate of growth at 9.6%. So Dallas had the highest rate of growth, 9.6%, which is a very, very high number. So the Texas Repeat Sales Home Price Index is a accurate indicator of changes in single family home values, since it takes into consideration the compositional price influences. In November 2021, there was a 19.5% year over year increase. Texas's index rose by 9.2% year over year in November 2022, indicating a reduction in price growth. So a similar pattern hit the major metropolitan areas as well. I mean, there was growth everywhere, right? So moderating property prices corroborated the Fed's fight against inflation. So the Fed has succeeded in balancing out some of that inflation. So we are seeing adjustments happen, right? Interest rates did go down a bit. We are expecting, as soon as there is a balance with inflation, we do expect interest rates to start going down again. And when interest rates start going down again, this huge number of people who are sitting in the market who did decide to rent in the past couple of year and a half year, when we were just constantly going into multiple offers, there's a huge shortage in the Dallas area of homes. So what was happening was, all these people who were wanting to buy, they were trying to go out and buy, they were getting stuck and losing out in multiple offers. They were all needing a place to live. So they started to rent. And what did it do to the rental market? The rental market started to go up, right? The rent started to increase. Again, it's basic economics, right? Demand and supply. So rent started to increase, and the rentals went up by 2025 in certain areas, even 30% rents went up. So it became really difficult for people, affordability. But what is going on is, in Dallas, in and around the Dallas area, we are also experiencing a shortage. So home builders are initiating fewer building projects. The state's year to date, cumulative single family construction permits in November 2022 had a net loss of 5.2%, shrinking from 157,043 to 148,954 units. The monthly drop paused in November, and construction permit issuance remained below 10,000 units. So construction permits rebounded in Dallas and gained more than 300 permits. So construction generally slows down in winter, but what we are seeing here is that even with that seasonal adjustment, Texas's single family constructions starts going up to 28.5% from 2021, even though we are experiencing a slowdown, but there's still a lot of activity going on in the housing market. And what we are experiencing in Dallas is a shortage of homes. So the number of homes for sale typically declines after summer, but we saw that active listings have quickly been accumulating to a seasonal adjusted level of 91,600 units, compared to a 5-year average of 94,800 units before the pandemic. This November's housing inventory level is only 4.5% away from rebounding back to the pre-pandemic volume rather than the 50% increase that we saw last year. So Dallas's housing supply was tight with 20,000 homes for sale, which is 3,700 homes less than in November 2019. So according to Redfin, in December 2022, home prices in Texas were up by 2.9% compared to last year, selling for a median price of $345,500. One of the top housing markets, has been Mansfield, Texas. So in December 2022, Mansfield's home prices were up by 26% compared to last year, selling for a median price of $540,000 on average. So homes were taking on average 73 days on the market in Mansfield compared to 20 days last year. There were 80 homes sold in December this year, which is down from 98 last year. So it's a very, very hot market in Mansfield, Texas. Texas employment situation has been robust. There's a healthy economy. So jobs are increasing. Even though economy has been impacted, even though there's inflation is high and Fed's been working on increasing the interest rate so that the inflation comes down, but Dallas job market has been robust. As economies deploy, the money supply becomes more constrained, right? It becomes more difficult to obtain money, fewer houses, fewer home buyers enter the market, fewer buyers accessible due to more strict credit criteria, inventories of houses rise and take longer to sell, price decreases when there is more product supply and less demand for it. But even though the fear of recession persists, inflationary pressures and uncertainty due to the plague, continue to plague the Dallas economy. But Dallas market is still going strong, and we are expecting a strong start in the next few weeks. So, these are some of the things which have been going on in the Dallas market. This strong job market has kept the unemployment rate at 4% for 3 months. So all these things, they have an impact on what is going on and how we expect the economy to be impacted. So Dallas added the most number of workers. So that makes a huge difference, right? So a lot of, Texas added around 16,400 payroll jobs. So that's just a huge number. So a lot of this stuff, it shows, it's an indication that we can expect, we can expect a strong start And of course, the amount of inventory available is going to make a difference as well. According to niche.com, you know, some of the one of the top 10 cities in Texas is Richardson. Areas, several neighborhoods in the Richardson area are showing a lot of growth, and they are extremely strong markets, in and around the Dallas Fort Worth area. So a lot of things are going on, right? Not just this. If you are in the market and you are looking to invest in multifamily, there is an opportunity in Anna, Texas. If you are interested, reach out to me. Um, it's going to be around between it's going to be between 7 and 7.5 million. That's what it's going to be, between 7 and uh, 7.5 million. It's around 11.9 acres. It is in Anna, Texas. And if you live around the Dallas Fort Worth area, you know how strong how the growth of Anna has been great. It's around 202 units in Anna. It is going to be, let's see, you can get almost, if you approve, you can get the financing options available. Around 90% of purchase price can be financed. So if you need additional details, do reach out to me. So, a lot of different things going on. If you are looking to invest and you are an investor, there is a builder who has homes anywhere. So whether it's Euless, where Euless, the builder is open to selling to investors, and the homes are somewhere around 270,000 townhomes. The HOA association is $250 a month, which does include insurance for the outside facade and the roof. Um, and so, price point wise, it's a great price point. They do have, the same builder does have homes in Frisco as well. Of course, Frisco price point is higher, in the lower 400s. If you are an investor, I'm a big proponent of every individual being a real estate investor. If you have children, help your children become real estate investors. Everyone should be a real estate investor, and you should have you should have a, not just a couple, depending on your income level. You should have a portfolio of investment properties which generate you a passive income. I do have another opportunity where you will be, if you qualify, and we can get on a Zoom call to explain to you what the program is. But it's an opportunity for you to invest in commercial real estate projects with us. You can invest. We're going to show you everything that is involved. You're investing with seasoned investors, and the rate of the ROI is going to be anywhere from 9 to 11%. So this is an opportunity to become a part of a big commercial real estate project. So based on your contribution, that's the that's the your based on your contribution, that's going to be your vested interest in this commercial real estate property. If you are interested and you want to hop on a Zoom call so we can explain to you how it's going to work, and you are interested in investing money with us, do reach out to me. The number is 972. Uh, Email me at vip@simadillon.com, and you can send me a message at 972-244-3106. Email me at vip@saima, Saima, Dillon, DHILLON.com. You can text me, call me, leave me a message, 972-244-3106. I do not answer unknown numbers. So before you call me, text me so that I can, and let me know what you're looking for so I can call you back. I do not answer unknown numbers. So if you don't leave me a message, you won't hear back from me. And do text me or leave me a voicemail and let me know what you're looking for so that we can proceed accordingly. There are builders who are selling single family homes in Anna, Texas, in Princeton. There are builders selling Sherman, in Greenville. So everything has been growing phenomenally. Sherman, the city of Sherman, has been in talks. Intel has visited Sherman a few times to talk to the city, to talk and see if Sherman is a good place for them to you know move, or their headquarters, or perhaps not move their headquarters, but they have been in talks for them to have some kind of presence, some kind of a place where a, a ton of employees are going to move, and they start their operation in Sherman. So Sherman has a lot of potential of growth, and there's a lot that's going to be happening in Sherman, Texas. Already there's just, you see a lot of movement, you see a lot of growth happening in Sherman. If you are a long term person and you're wanting to invest in real estate, and you're thinking that your children and their children should benefit from being in the path of growth, then being in the path of growth next, you know, uh, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years down the road, Sherman is a good place to be in. So, I do have different kind of investors, and different kind of investors who have different plans. So we do have a call which is coming in, and so let's see. You're on air. This is Saima. Yes, you are. You are. Did you want to call back after the show? We are about to go in a break. It is. So I was in Sherman. I've visited Sherman a few times in the past few weeks because I have some investors who are interested, and we've been talking to different agents and different builders over there and different people, and so the some of the things that they showed me, some of the um, growth opportunities. They told me about Intel being there a few times because they are considering Sherman as an option. Um, so there's just a lot happening in Sherman, and Sherman is definitely a place where it is long term, but I always feel that real estate is a long term game. It is not a short term game. And in the long term, you always come out ahead when it comes to real estate. Absolutely. And what's your name? Quinn, thank you for listening, and I hope you can join us on the radio show again. All right. Thank you. You as well. Thank you. Bye bye. So that was, someone else's perspective, and talking about what's going on in the world of real estate. We do have 2 minutes before we go on a break, and we have been talking about real estate. I have been in real estate for the past 18 years. I have studied at UT Arlington. I've lived in Dallas, in multiple cities, whether it's Fort Worth or in Arlington when I was studying at UT Arlington. I do have my background is finance, and I have been in real estate for the past 18 years. Um, you know, uh, it's just every day there's something new to learn. Every day there is something different happening. Every client is different. Every transaction is an opportunity to learn more, and it's just a lot of fun. Like I told you guys earlier, we do have a break coming up in a minute, and I am working with investors who do invest in big projects. These are, the projects range anywhere from 8 to 10 million, and we are looking for people who are interested. So just because you approach us, it doesn't mean that you will qualify. And likewise, we get on a Zoom call, we talk to each other, we explain to you what the project is about. And if this is something that is of interest to you, then we don't work with a whole lot of people, but because we're very particular about who we work with, you have to be someone who is willing to trust other people to help you grow, and that is something which is very essential when we with the that we are looking for. So if this is something that is of interest to you, do reach out. You can email me at vip@simadillon.com. You All right. So thank you, Soraya, for watching and for being here. All right, Instagram, thank you all for being here. Um, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect on Instagram. We are streaming live, and I am streaming live on YouTube under live stream. So if you go onto YouTube, it is under live stream. Because it's not an upload, I'm streaming live right now from the studio. So if you're in the Dallas area, you're able to just turn on 104.1 FM or 700 AM, and you are able to tune in from there. You're able to follow me. Hi, Daniel. Thank you for the wave. If you are on Facebook, I am streaming live on my Facebook business page, which is Saima. It's under Saima Dillon, and Dillon is Dillon. So you are able to continue watching. I am streaming live on YouTube. I am streaming live on LinkedIn. Again, it's under Saima Dillon. YouTube is under Saima Dillon as well, Heart to Heart with Saima. So I am streaming live. If you want to continue watching, I am going to go ahead and disconnect on Instagram. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you can join me again next Thursday. If you have any questions, DM me, and I'll try to find you the answers. Again, I don't know everything, but when you ask questions, it is an opportunity for me to grow myself and for me to learn. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of my journey.
Are you looking for a unique musical and cultural experience? Then the Shruti Sangeet Academy, founded by Shanta Mishra, is your answer. They're enrolling online and in person vocal master classes to learn Hindustani classical music, bhajans, shlokas, folk music, as well as finesse Bollywood singing. Learn the fundamentals. Learn to give stellar performances on stage. Learn to create magic behind the microphone. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today for online or in-person music lessons at beginners, intermediate, and advanced levels with the Shruti Sangeet Academy. Call them at 612-562-4432 or visit shrutisangit.com. When you think Diamonds Direct, value naturally comes to mind. After all, no one else in the Metroplex has the world market connections and the ability to cut out not one but several layers of middlemen in the diamond distribution chain. But more than that, what people here appreciate is the quality. These are hand-picked Diamonds with the highest cut grades for maximum brilliance, graded and certified by the most respected gem labs in the world. These scintillating stones are the best the world has to offer. In every size, you get the value you want with the quality you demand. In the Park Cities, on Preston Road, and in Frisco in front of Stonebriar Mall.
Yeah. I always like to experiment, to try to do different things, and hello and welcome back to Heart with Saima. All right. So, how is everyone doing today? You're listening to Saima on Radio Caravan. Jointhecaravan.com. You're able to go on to jointhecaravan.com and you're able to listen to me from anywhere in the world. So I come to you every Thursday, and I come to you. In at 105 when I start, I talk about real estate because I am a real estate agent. I have been a real estate agent in the Dallas area for the past 18 years, and I myself have lived in Frisco for the past 15 years. I've seen the change and the growth happening in the Frisco area. If you have any questions about real estate, I would love for you to email me at vip@simadillon.com. You are able to call me. But please do leave me a message and then I can get back to you because I don't answer unknown numbers. So you will have to leave me a message at 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106. You're listening to Heart with Saima. We are going to be transitioning over and talking about. We're going to be talking about to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you is the greatest accomplishment. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you is the greatest accomplishment. I do need I am going to play this song here for you. So I hope you enjoy it. And I just need to get something started and be right back. Here you go. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? So, welcome to Heart with Saima. The real estate segment is shared on my page, and it's on my business page, which is Saima Dillon. And this is uh, the real life segment where we are going to be talking about to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you is the greatest accomplishment. And that's a quotation by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So, how's everyone doing today? So, we are going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. मुझे थोड़ा सा होता है कि आई लाइक टू ट्राई न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी आई लाइक टू ट्राई न्यू थिंग्स उसमें क्या होता है कि व्हेन आई एम ट्राइंग टू डू दैट you know when I'm experimenting and I'm trying to do things उसके अंदर ये होता है कि बहुत दफ़ा I end up doing things which do not work out. तो आज भी यही चीज़ हुई है कि I tried to experiment and I tried to do something a bit differently and it did not work out. So इसलिए real estate segment is on Saima Dillon, my business page, which is I know it's confusing. It's under Saima Dillon as well. So in just another couple of minutes, we're going to go into the heart to heart segment. But if you are interested in the real estate segment and you want to see what I spoke about, the predictions and trends in the Dallas real estate world in for 2023, it is on my business page, which is Saima Dillon. वहाँ पे आपको मिलेगा. So we are going to go ahead and get started on heart to heart. Oh, Nadan Parinde Kharaja. So that was taken from the movie Rockstar, Nadan Parinde. So one of my favorite songs that I just played for you. So I am streaming live for people who are listening to me on radio. If you would like to actually watch and see what's going on in the studio, you are able to do that by following me on social media. I am on Facebook under Saima Malik Dillon. Follow me on Saima Dillon, which is my business page, on Facebook as well as YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. And I just do the real estate segment on Instagram. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, it is under Saima Dillon. So, kaise hain aap log? How are you doing today? We've talked about real estate. If you know anyone looking to buy or sell real estate, I have been a realtor for 18 years and I would love your referral. 972-244-3106. अगर आपके कोई questions हैं, you're looking to move to the Dallas Fort Worth area, you are thinking about investing in real estate. So I do want to reiterate that if you are interested in investment, then do reach out. We do have a project. We do have these projects that we are working on where you are able to join us, contribute a certain amount of money. These projects are going to be anywhere from 8, 10, 15 million, and you are able to contribute based on whatever you invest in the project. That is going to be your vested interest in the project. If you have any questions, we are able to get on a Zoom call and I am able to give you more details. 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106. I do see a lot of people call, but if you don't leave me a message or if you don't text me and let me know what you're looking for, I don't answer unknown numbers and I do not call back based on missing calls. So do send me a text. Let me know. VIP at Saima Dillon, Saimadillon.com, www.saimadillon.com. You're able to message me from my website as well. So We have transitioned. We talked about real estate, and now we are talking about heart to heart. So to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to change you is the greatest accomplishment, right? What a wonderfully simple, yet it's such a complex statement. At first pass it would seem that so obvious, right, that you would aspire to be yourself. Why would we not want to be ourselves? We are the, the world population is over 8 billion. So 8 billion people. The creator has made every individual different. Everyone's DNA is different. So we are different because we were meant to be different from each other. And yet, that is something that is just so difficult for us to embrace, right? The differences. But we all know that there is just so much pressure always that comes from parents, come from peers, comes from teachers, bosses, siblings, everyone around you. You find yourself constantly trying to live up to other people's expectations of what you yourself should be. It is usually a good thing to follow the wishes of those who have raised you, your parents, and respect of your parents and people around you, right? So it's a lot like osmosis. It is what's expected, that everyone should follow these prescribed pathways in a way to repay kindness and debt. For example, right? Our parents who have paid for our education, we should do what we need to, and we should follow everything that our parents want us to do because we need to pay. We are indebted to our parents for what they did for us. But as a parent myself, what I do for my children, I do for my children because I gave birth to them and I brought them into this world of my own free will. I choose to have children, but that doesn't mean that we own our children and they should do everything that we want our children to do. That that is the wrong expectation to have, because each individual person, each individual being has their own individual DNA, they have their own individual identity, and they are in this world to be very individualistic. So we are not, when we pay for our children's education, when we pay for different classes, we are running from morning to night trying to take our kids from piano to Kumon to X to Y to Z. We are not doing our child a favor. We are doing this because we love our child. We want them to flourish. And yes, that's why we overdo everything, right? uh, we want our children to fulfill our unfulfilled dreams, right? Every parent sees your own reflection in your child, and you want to give them what you yourself did not get, but then you're also expecting your child to end up becoming what you were unable to become. And that's a very hard place to be in for your child, because it puts so much pressure on your child of those expectations of disappointing the people around them. So it makes a huge difference, right? But there comes a point, at some point in your life, where you are supposed to, you start following your own dreams and whatever it is that your heart desires, because that is exactly what we are meant to do. We are meant to fulfill our own aspirations and dreams and desires and be our own individual person. Pay attention to your own dreams. Let them guide you to your ultimate destiny. Although we want to show respect to our parents and our elders, but let's start to forge our own identity of who we are as a person. We are meant to be individualistic. We are meant to be authentic. We are not meant to be someone who's a blueprint created by people around us, you know, our community, society expectations. So essentially and ultimately, we, you know, we don't really have a choice in the decision about being ourselves, because that is who we are meant to be. We are meant to be our own self. The problem for some people, however, is that, you know, they harbor the real self and keep it separate from the self which they display to the rest of the world. But then a point comes where it becomes just such a burden to carry, because here you are carrying the weight of showcasing yourself in a certain way to the world, and then having a different personality in private. It is such a weight to carry when you are not able to be, when you're not able to showcase yourself with your own individual authenticity. It becomes a chore. You start feeling like, a phony, and you'll probably end up living the life of a recluse, because you can't showcase your authentic self um, to others, because आप constantly सोचते रहते हो कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, लोग क्या कहेंगे, वो कैसा है, उसका बच्चा कैसा है, उसका बाप कैसा है. लोग तो हर वक्त यही फिक्र करते रहते हैं कि कौन किस तरह से है, किसके घर में क्या हो रहा है, किसकी शादी हो रही है, टूट रही है, किसकी शादी हो रही है, किसकी बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं, किसके बच्चे यू नो यू नो होमोसेक्सुअल है, या किसके बच्चे लेस्बियन हैं, किसके बच्चे ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं, किसके बच्चे do we understand that all this happens if the children are out there doing things which hurt them? Those kids are doing these things because these things hurt. Those children are living in a place where they are not able, they feel they're looking for validation, and they feel insufficient. So not a good result for most people, right? Unless आप कोई monk है and you're living in recluse, right? Only then that life would work for you. The best way to allow your inner self, the part of you that holds your real aspirations and dreams, to become what the world sees, is to start cultivating the key aspects of those characteristic traits, right? Start becoming that person in your mind, and begin to feel your true self, whoever it is that you are internally, that you are within. Start being that person in your head, because everything in your life, including all diseases, everything begins in your head. हर चीज की बुनियाद आपके दिमाग के अंदर ली जाती है. हर बीमारी की बुनियाद, stress, जिन चीजों को 80% of the things that you think are going to go wrong, that you are stressing over, they do not even end up happening. You will begin to feel comfortable in your own skin. If you want to be a musician, then maybe start telling people, hey, you're seeking a career in the music world. And start acting like a musician, because when you start pretending, when you start acting, you start living that life, you're going to start feeling it and believing it, that it's already happening and it's already started. And soon that will lead to just manifestation. It will lead to communications between you and other like-minded people as yourself, because then that is exactly what your energy is going to start attracting, and your network will expand, and you'll soon start becoming confident in that new you. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. This is what George Bernard Shaw said. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Maybe ourselves are like a blank slate, waiting for someone to write the future. And that someone is you. That someone is you who has to write your own future. We all instinctively know what we want to do in life. But the only way you will reduce anxiety and eventually find a sense of fulfillment is by just doing it. And that is my motto in life. I'm a problem solver. And actually even that was in itself was a problem, to be a problem solver, because anytime someone would tell me a problem, or my kids would tell me a problem, I would automatically just start thinking, as a problem solver, how should I solve that problem? But that is not what they wanted from me. So that became a problem that I have been working on fixing. So I automatically don't start giving a lecture to my children when they share a problem with me. And in the past several months, I've been learning to shut my mouth and to sit there, take a deep breath, and just tell myself that my kids are not wanting me to be a problem solver. They're just wanting a mother. They're wanting a mother to just hug them, kiss them, let them rave and rant, scream, shout, whatever it is that they are going through, and just tell them that, you know what, no matter how bad it gets, I'm going to be right there supporting you and waiting for you. Don't worry about falling down. You don't even have to turn around to see if I'm there, because you know what? I'm going to be right there. I'm going to catch you when you fall. So don't worry. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. And just do it like the Nike ad says. Just giving my kids encouragement, just telling my kids it's okay to be you. Learn to accept people around you. हमें हर चीज़ के अंदर प्रॉब्लम होती है, राइट? मैं हमेशा सुनती हूँ कि किसके बच्चे ये हैं. My kids have friends who are gays, who are lesbians, who are transgender. हर इंसान का एक अपना जिंदगी का सफ़र है, और वो सफ़र जो है वो आसान सफ़र नहीं है. Everyone has their own journey of life. Who are we to judge anyone? हम अपने आप को क्या समझते हैं कि हम ये फील करें कि हम बैठ के हर किसी को जज करते रहे, राइट? बच्चे सुसाइड कमिट करते हैं, वो जो भी रीजन हो, बहुत ड्रग ओवरडोसेस होते हैं. अगर आप, if you see that your kids are on drugs, honestly, I don't have any answers. I don't know how you can help them. But I know that no matter what, you can just tell your kids that, hey, I love you and I'm there for you. I don't know what else one can do, but just tell them I'm there for you and I love you. How many times is too much, right? How many times is क्या आप दिन में कितनी दफा बोलोगे I love you और कोई थक जाएगा, right? But you can do that with your children. You can send them text messages. Hey, I'm there for you. I love you. I love you. No matter how difficult the journey of your children is, no matter what your children are going through, just tell them to just do it. And have fun along the way. Just be yourself. You know why? Because everyone else is taken. So just be yourself. That is what Oscar Wilde said. Be yourself because everyone else is taken. And that is one man who took a lot of bold steps in his life, right? So I would rather be that authentic person who is true to whatever she does. And मैं किसी दूसरे की तो बात भी नहीं कर सकती. I am such an imperfect person. Um, I've what are mistakes, right? I won't even say I've made so many mistakes in life, which I have, but what are those? Those are just experiences which didn't give you the result that you expected. But perhaps those experiences were nurturing you and churning you into and preparing you for something else in the future. Or perhaps ye zindagi rahegi, right? Maybe this is what life is going to be: getting up on a daily basis, your dreams and having your aspirations, believing in yourself and believing in the fact, you know what, that you're going to just keep trying, and you're going to keep going, and you're going to keep moving forward, and you're going to keep putting one foot in front of the other, because someone might say that you're not enough. But the question is, are you enough for yourself? You need to be enough for yourself. Only when you are enough for yourself can you ever be enough for everyone around you. So the question is, are you enough for you? This is Heart to Heart with Saima. I am a real estate agent by profession. And if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, do reach out to me. You're able to get in touch with me at 972-244-3106. Please do text me. I don't answer unknown numbers. Let me know what you're looking for. Email me, vip@simadillon.com. Um, Everyone become real estate investors and start investing in real estate. Real estate is a long-term game. This is Saima Dillon signing off.
H2H1CS, Lucas McKinney, 104.1 FM, KHSE, 700 AM. Video Garva, join in the caravan. Powered by Discount Power. For more information, visit discountpowertx.com.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here and for being a part of my show. I'm so appreciative. Recently I met a friend, um, and the kids were like, uh, "We watch your show," and they're like 18, they're 19, 20-year olds. They're like, "We listen to your show every week." I was like, wow, you do? So, don't know where people are listening. And, I'm just so grateful for your listenership. And thank you. And have an awesome day.